UK to Berlin in one train ride? New treaty revolutionizes travel and strengthens ties. Imagine boarding a train in London and, just a few hours later, stepping directly onto the vibrant streets of Berlin, no flight transfers, no lengthy waits at airports. This vision is now closer than ever, thanks to an ambitious new agreement between the UK and Germany that aims to launch a direct passenger rail connection between the two capital cities. But here's where it gets controversial. Will new cross-border travel options truly benefit everyone, or might they spark fresh debates over security and migration? Unveiled as part of the far-reaching Kensington Treaty, this plan isn't just about rail travel. The treaty spells out a bundle of measures to renew and strengthen cooperation. For example, from next month, regular travelers will enjoy quicker journeys thanks to the rollout of e-gates at border control, making short business trips, family visits, or even weekend escapes easier than ever. There's also a renewed commitment to education, with both nations promising to expand student exchange programs for schools, giving young people even more cultural and learning opportunities. The announcement is particularly significant as it marks Chancellor Friedrich Merz's first state visit to the UK since taking office. His signature on the treaty, alongside Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer, symbolizes a new chapter in Anglo-German relations. But here's the part most people miss. The treaty is also a bold move to tackle people smuggling and ramp up defense cooperation. Downing Street highlighted that it will now be simpler for German officials to track down and disrupt the secret warehouses where boats are hidden before being used in illegal channel crossings to Britain, a crucial step as the migrant crisis continues to make headlines. A central feature of the new agreement is the formation of a joint expert task force. This panel will dive into the nitty-gritty details: how to implement secure passport screenings, handle customs for non-Schengen trains, and ensure that international rail services operate smoothly and safely. Transport Secretary Heidi Alexander expressed strong enthusiasm, suggesting this rail connection could soon rival flights, giving travelers a greener, faster, and arguably more enjoyable way to journey between the two cities. "We are breaking new ground in European rail networks," she declared. In just a few years, UK passengers might tour iconic Berlin sites like the Brandenburg Gate or Checkpoint Charlie without ever leaving their train seats. The ceremony itself took place in the historic Victoria and Albert Museum, adding symbolic weight to the occasion. Sir Keir Starmer was quick to point out that beyond symbolism, this was a practical pact rooted in shared ambitions. "It isn't just a marker of where our relationship stands today," Starmer said. "It's a statement of our desire to collaborate even more closely in the future." On the economic front, the treaty brings promising news. Over £200 million in new German investments are set to flow into UK industry, expected to create upwards of 600 jobs. A new business forum has been established, designed to help companies in both nations capitalize on commercial openings and entrepreneurial ideas. Of course, defense and security were never far from the agenda. With ongoing conflicts in Europe, both leaders recommitted to supporting Ukraine. They introduced new, tighter agreements to jointly export military equipment like Boxer armored vehicles and Typhoon fighter jets. Experts predict these moves could translate into billions of pounds in additional defense revenue over the next few years. But let's talk about the most debated aspect: the new rules around illegal migration. Chancellor Merz has pledged to reform German law, making it a criminal offense to help organize illegal entries into the UK, something that, surprisingly to many, hasn't been technically illegal in Germany since Brexit removed the UK from the EU framework. Last year, a BBC report uncovered how Germany had unwittingly become a key transit hub for boats and equipment used in channel crossings. Starmer welcomed the new legal crackdown, emphasizing how vital it is to cut off supply lines to dangerous people smuggling operations. To add another twist, this treaty arrived shortly after a new pilot agreement with France, dubbed "One In, One Out," whereby certain small boat arrivals will be returned to France in exchange for the UK accepting an equivalent number of asylum seekers connected to Britain. The government faces mounting pressure on this issue, with channel crossings now up 56% over last year and more than 21,000 people risking their lives on the journey so far in 2025. Naturally, not everyone is convinced these treaties will be the solution. Conservative Shadow Home Secretary Chris Philp didn't mince words, accusing Starmer of headline chasing rather than implementing effective border controls. He claims the situation at the Channel remains out of hand, especially after the previous government's returns policy was abandoned. So here's the real question: will these new agreements set a positive course for UK-German relations, offering safer, greener travel and tougher security? Or are they simply shining headlines that gloss over deeper problems? And how will the promise of direct trains to Berlin impact daily life and business in both countries? What do you think? Do these latest moves go far enough, or are there details that give you pause? Would you choose a train to Berlin over a flight, or are you more concerned about the challenges highlighted by critics? Sound off in the comments below and let's get the debate rolling.